Welcome to your Tech Hub and the Transaction Process video series. My name's Donnie, and today in part 1, I'm going to be taking you through adding a contact to command and creating an opportunity to represent that contact. I'm going to log into command here at agent.kw.com. Now that we are in command, the first thing you'll want to do in getting started with the transaction process is making sure that you have a contact record for each party in the transaction. To do that, I'm going to click over here on the Contacts applet. And I can either confirm that the contact record already exists, or I could use the Add Contact button in the upper right-hand corner. For this series, we're going to follow Jackie Baker. She's a new buyer that we are going to be working with. So I'm going to create a new contact record here with Jackie's name, Jackie's email address. I could add Jackie's phone number if I had it and if I wanted to. However, it's not required. We just need at least one form of contact to get this created. I am going to add one tag here as a best practice to help remind me that Jackie Baker is a contact record that I'm using for training purposes. You can use the Add Additional Information button to complete the contact record now, or you could always come back and clean up the contact record later. I'm going to click the blue Create button to create the contact record. The next step in the process is creating an opportunity to represent this buyer transaction with Jackie Baker. There's two options to do this. I can click on Jackie Baker's first or last name, open up her contact record, and then over here on the right side, I can use the Opportunities tab, and I'll have a Create Opportunity button available right here from the contact record. So I could click Create Opportunity and then fill out this full opportunity form to add it to my pipeline. However, we're going to do that from the sales pipeline. So over here on the left, we're going to go to our Opportunities applet. Here is my Teams pipeline. For anyone that is working on a team, you'll see 3 tabs across the top, one with your team's name, one with your individual name, and then one that says All Opportunities. So now that I have my team sales pipeline selected, I'm going to click on the Create Opportunity button in the upper right-hand corner. And we can start filling out all of the necessary information just to create the opportunity record. First, you'll choose your market center from the upper left drop-down. If you're working on a team, this is where you're going to want to see your team's name to make sure that it's getting added to your team's sales pipeline, just like you see here. One other field that's going to be available whenever a team is selected is this Assignees section at the bottom. This is how you give other team members access to both the documents and the opportunity record. I could click here and add in other members of my team to ensure that they can see it when they log into command using their own username and password. Since this is for training purposes, I'm going to remove this from team and just add this to my personal pipeline for today. Next, I'm going to choose the opportunity type as the buyer. It defaults to me being the owner since I'm the single person involved in this transaction. Since I'm adding it to my personal pipeline, no team is selected. And now I can start searching for that contact record that we just created. And there is Jackie Baker. I'll click to select her contact record, and now it's there. Now that we've selected Jackie Baker's name, we don't have a co-buyer for this example transaction, so I can move on to the opportunity name. It defaults to the customer's last name and the type of opportunity that it is. However, you can add additional things here, like a best practice when working with a listing is adding the property address to this opportunity name. You can use custom tags to help organize your opportunities. We like to tag things like if it's a luxury transaction, new construction, land. I'm going to apply the training tag to this since I am using this for training. I could go through and say what our estimated closing date is. We're going to estimate that they're going to close sometime before March. Or you could alternatively add in their time frame. They're 3 months, 6 months out from purchasing. If you do know the homeowner's budget or the buyer's budget, you could add that here. What you expect or anticipate the commission rate to be. Now we're only going to add the commission that we're expecting to earn, so I'm going to add the 3%. as my commission rate. And then last, opportunity phase and stage is deciding where on the sales pipeline it's going. So first, it's only going to go into our cultivate, appointment, or active phases. Those are the 3 options we have here. And then within each phase, you can choose a stage that you'd like it to end up in. I'm going to put this at the very beginning of my pipeline. It is in the cultivate phase under the watch stage, and click the create button at the bottom of the screen. Congratulations, now we've created an opportunity to represent a new transaction within Command. Here on the Opportunity Details tab, you have these 3 sections here that you can use the pencil icon in the upper right-hand corner to edit, add, or remove any information that you need to throughout the timeline of the transaction. You'll want to revisit this to add things like your appointment scheduled, your appointment date, your agreement won, contract date. All of this information is going to help better support the rest of the applications here in Command, like your goals or your reporting applets. In the upper left-hand corner, I can click here on Buyer Cultivate to go back to the Cultivate phase on my buyer's pipeline. And here I'll see the opportunities that I've created. Here's that transaction process for January 2020. We have all of these stages here that we can start moving and updating our pipeline through, tracking what our probable and potential income is at every stage of the transaction. So when we're speaking to Jackie Baker and she's updating us on our timeline, she's now less than 3 months out, she'd really like to purchase a property, we can click and hold this opportunity record and move it over to the stage that it should be in. You can drag this opportunity card between any stage or phase that you see. To move to the next stage, you'll simply click and hold, drag it, and drop the opportunity by letting go on top of the stage that you'd like the opportunity to move to. If you're moving to the next phase, you can click and hold, you're going to drag, and then as you hover over another phase, you're going to see that phase turn blue. When the phase turns blue, that's when you can let go, and it will actually move that opportunity to the next phase of the pipeline. Whenever you need to go back into the opportunity to add or remove details, simply click right here on the opportunity name, and you'll be back inside of the Opportunity Details tab. Thanks for watching part 1 of the transaction process, where we covered creating a contact and creating an opportunity record. Check back here on your Tech Hub for more transaction process videos and more advanced tutorials on how you can leverage the sales pipeline and the opportunities applet to grow your business in 2020.